Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly. And it's really weird to start on the flowchart because when you start in your save, it starts back in the chapter and it starts like reading like the last thing. And you're like, I'm confused. We read this, right? I think I did this. It's so fucking like bizarre. Anyway, so we ended the last part and we have to watch a couple more of these to be able to unlock the next chapter. So we're just gonna watch a couple more of these. So that's what we're starting with. I like these little side things, but I feel like we need to do better at watching them like after each chapter or like in the middle of something because it's feeling disjointed to me now. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it won't matter, but I feel like we're gonna watch a bunch of these, then we're gonna go back in the game and be like, what the fuck actually was happening while we were in between you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if it's really going to be like that, but I feel like that's the way I feel right now. Like I don't remember what was actually. I forget what was going on in the game when I play like over 2 days. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't remember what I did yesterday, but I'm really not going to remember when I have to do 500 of these. I don't know. I like them. Don't get me wrong. It's just, and actually, you know what I realized? Okay, hold on a second. We can do it when we get in here. So let's open this one. Yes. Hideout exploration. Okay. So I thought about it. See the color. It's so weird with the colors. I think we can actually move the text because I think that really obnoxious bullshit, like, obnoxious bullshit, like skipping really fast thing was only in that intro scene, hopefully, because I thought, we were going through like it's gonna be all these fucking cutscenes, and then I realized like after like I recorded the other parts because I recorded them all back to back, I was sitting there, I'm like. I probably could have adjusted the text speed because these little cutscene things like this are like normal playing. It was obviously just the very beginning, which I don't like that. I still don't like that. That still kind of irritates me because it kind of throws you off when you're like, the whole game's gonna be like this, and it's not. But it's like, but it doesn't give you time to read it. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess maybe that's the point. They don't want you to read like because it's supposed to happen so fast, and you're not supposed to like have time to think about it. But you don't have time to read it. Like, hello? Because it goes based on your text speed. Okay, logically, the coding in the background goes on the text speed. But there's no way you're like, wait. So having to skip back is kind of annoying, and it kind of throws you off, like it did to me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm like, is the whole game going to be like this? Or is it going to be every single time we have to watch one of these scenes? Because all I knew about these was like, oh, you have these little side stories you have to watch. You know what I mean? And it's like, I suppose I should have really like side stories. Like it's not, but to me, it like, I don't know, maybe just my brain was like thinking, like, normally I would think it would be exactly the way it is. But then when that happens, you're like, well, so are those side stories that we have to watch, like going to be like that where they're skipping too fast and I can't read them? They're going to like autoplay because that's like fucked up. Why is that like that? I don't know. I still don't like it, but I think we can actually move our text faster now because we've realized after playing several of these, I should have realized after the first one, but I wasn't really, I was like actually into the game and I wasn't thinking about the obnoxiousness of that first part. Until I was like processing the videos and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? We played a couple of those. We can probably do our text speed normal and hope it doesn't get fucked up. And if it does, in any other part, we'll just have to throw our game controller, swear, go back in, change our text speed to really low, and just keep going back and forth. Because they don't give me time to read. Anyway. So we're watching this. Hideout exploration. One of these cutscenes. Our hideout also has several guest rooms, making it a rather convenient place to live. Okay, that's a random way to start this. There's also a lounge, oddly full of amenities. There are a number of things inside the strange manor that pique our interest, yet we don't have the urge to actually touch any of it. One day, Hikage comes to the rest of us. I want to explore this area a little more. After gathering everyone around him, Hikage tells us his plan. We already did that. That was just the manor itself. You don't have any interest in exploring our hideout a little more? I also think it's a good idea. I agree. We might find clues that help us get out of here. How about you two? I don't care one way or another. Do whatever you want. We might as well do it. Not like we're lacking in free time. We'll split the task up then. Do we really need to be this particular about it? Why can't we just go look at whatever we feel like? This isn't just to kill time, Yamato. We're also searching for a way out. Oh yeah, because there's going to be a... Oh look, here's a hidden door right here! The exit is in the manor. You're right here there's a door that says exit. Guys, why didn't we turn around and look? Man, you're way too serious about everything. Unlike Yamato, who I'm pretty sure half-asses anything he can. Shut up! I don't want to hear that from you. Don't fight, you two. So, Hokage, how are we going to split this up? Well... Oh! I want to be with Betty Yuri, and I only want to cover a small part of the room. That way it's nice and easy. Nobody asked what you want. Is this not a first-come, first-served type of deal? That wouldn't exactly be fair to everyone. How about we draw lots? Yeah, I suppose that'd work. Rare to get a considerate suggestion like that out of you, Betty Yuri. Bitch? The fuck was that all about? You know what? Downgraded. I don't care if your outfit's sexy. Downgraded for that. That was douchey. Really? Not a compliment, Betty Yuri. I know, right? What, are we dumb? I'll prepare the lots. Kaguya tears out a sheet of paper into 5 and writes on them with a pen. Each piece of paper has a number on it, and whichever one drawn is the one that person is responsible for the exploring. Each piece of paper has a number on it, and whichever one drawn is the one that person is responsible for exploring. Okay. It's almost like a little game. Okay, we're ready. Now, we'll turn the papers over and mix them up. That way no one knows which is which. Whoa! I had a feeling you might do that, you little perfectionist, you. You're just a jackass. Try and be more considerate. Hokage ignores Karasuba and mixes up the lots. That should be good. Betty Yuri, you go first. Okay, I'm 5. 3 here. Damn it, I'm 1. Far from Betty Yuri. Hide your 4. I'll be close to you, Betty Yuri. Let's work together. Which leaves 2 to me. If any of us comes across anything of note, we should report on it immediately. We agree, and then everyone heads to their designated area. My spot's in the kitchen, so I crouch down and look for anything of interest. I was like, what is she fucking doing? Hopping in clogs? God, she's opening cabinets. We're in here pretty often, so I'm not sure we'll find anything new. That makes more sense. I open all the drawers underneath the sink, but all I find are a few spare rags. As I close the drawers, I consider giving up. Oh! But then I find 2 tin cans deep in the drawer. A rose pattern decorates the top of them. Wow, that looks really nice. I wonder what's inside. Maybe there's some kind of clue inside. I doubt it'll be that easy, though. Still, no matter how small, the thought of anything that could potentially be a clue sets my heart racing. Let's open this thing up. Maybe they've rusted shut. I can't get them to open. Try a can opener. I was just, when you said cans, I'm assuming they're like, sealed can, not like, cans of like coffee where you just pop the plastic lid off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I should just take them with me. I sit in front of the door and hear a voice behind me. Betty Yuri, have you found anything? I turn around and see Kaguya looking at me from behind the kitchen counter. Oh, yeah, I found these cans, but I can't get them to open. Oh, really? Let me take a look. Yeah, they're way too tight for me to get open. It's all right. I hand the 2 cans over to him and he takes them with a smile. Quickly, he starts trying to open them up. You're right. It's really on there. Hey, it's okay. You don't need to force it. It'd be awful if you split your nails or something. Don't worry. I think I've just about got it. Smiling widely, Kaguya manages to get the can open. Whoa, amazing. I couldn't get it to budge. I'm a man after all. I'm a bit stronger than you. But you sound so delicate. Thanks, Kaguya. I peek inside the can and smell something sweet. Oh, there are tea leaves inside. That scent. Orange and rose flowers? That would explain why there's a rose on the lid. I think so. Do you know a lot about tea, Kaguya? Hmm. I'm not sure I'd say that. I do like drinking it, though. He smiles. The other is, oh, cookies! I wonder if they're still good to eat. I'll try them just to be safe. Huh? Without hesitation, Kaguya reaches for a cookie and takes a big bite. I love the crunching noise. Are you okay? Does it taste weird? Yes. Sweet and delicious. Want one? Yes, please. I take a cookie from Kaguya and give it a nibble. Faintly sweet with a hint of vanilla. Hey, this is really good. I've got something of a sweet tooth, so I'm quite pleased with this discovery. Discovery. It should go nicely with the tea you found. You don't have to remain afraid. If there's anything you need, feel free to ask me. He says it with an even bigger smile. Kaguya's always so calm. He's right. I shouldn't be afraid. I didn't know he liked sweets, though. It's kind of cute. Okay, you know what I noticed though? I want to tell you. So, like, when you play the intro song, like when you load the game up in the beginning, it goes through and it shows you the four guys that you're with and they're the voice actors. You know, it tells you that stuff. It doesn't say Beniuri and Usagi are voice acted, but it doesn't tell you them, and it doesn't show you Munshiro at all. It's like he's not in the game. You're like, yes, he is though, bitch. I think he's the master of the manor. I don't know why, because he's got a fox mask and there's masks all upstairs and we never see him. And I want us to meet him. I cannot wait. He's the mystery man. Plus, you know he's going to be goddamn gorgeous under that mask. Watch, he's a hideous troll just because of, they never make them hideous, okay? They never do. Whatever your personal preference is, right? Like, even if you're like, well, this guy to me is cuter than that one. They're all drawn beautifully. You know what I mean? There's never like, oh, what is that troll? There's never an unattractive one. The most unattractive person in these games is always us. Because they draw her eyes really big and in the middle of her face, and it just looks weird. And we're not even ever ugly. But we are the most ugly one out of everyone in the game. We're like, we're the least attractive one out of all of these, but they just make them so much more beautiful, and you're like, I feel like a troll in comparison. Like, even if your character, you're like, oh my god, she's so cute! You stand next to the guys, and you're like, yep, no, I'm a troll. Like, it's just how it goes. But you know, if they're wearing some kind of a mask and hiding their face, they're fucking gorgeous. So if he doesn't take that mask off and I'm like, ah! And like, I don't fall off my bouncy ball, I'm gonna be really disappointed. You know, like White Mask and fucking, Bad Apple Wars, right? He took his mask off and you're like, ah! God, guys, look at his beautiful face. Especially in those CGs, damn. Anyway, I don't find anything else beyond the cookies and tea. After looking through all the shelves, I head to the lounge to meet up with the others. This is so much nicer that the text moves normally. Huh? Near the bookshelf, I see Karasuba reading a book with a rounded back. What you doing, buddy? I've never seen him read so seriously. Doesn't he? The look on his face looks like he doesn't understand it. He's like, Karasuba, it doesn't have pictures. That's what I feel like that face looks like. He's totally stressed out. It's his like, face. He might have found some important clue. I don't want to interrupt him, though. I peer at him from behind as he thumbs through the pages, reading with rapt attention. Oh! You surprised me, Beniuri. Sorry about that. I was just wondering what you were reading. I found this and ended up getting really into it. Karasuba shifts uncomfortably as he shows me the cover. Osamu Dazai. The Setting Sun. Wasn't that book some kind of pure literature or something? What is pure literature? Where is our thing with our, like, what is that? Where's our glossary? I just feel like my past self used to read this book pretty often. Oh, really? I've heard of the author, but the book looks pretty tough. I take it from Karasuba and start leafing through the pages. It's an older book, so it's full of archaic wording and obscure kanji characters I can't read. It would take me forever to get through something like this. Yes, me, especially with the kanji characters, but I thought it was odd too. But it also felt weirdly familiar, so I couldn't help wanting to read through it. You must really like books, Karasuba. Maybe? I think it's better match for me than some old books, though. I think this is a better match for me than some old books, though. He procures a stuffed animal and shoves it before me. Okay. I feel like I've read this book a lot, but I think this cute stuffy is way better for me. That just took a wild left turn. Wow, I've seen this before. I recognize the cute bear's name immediately. I think his name is Ponte. It looks like a mix between a raccoon dog and a bear. A raccoon dog and a bear. A raccoon a dog. Because a raccoon dog. What? He gets cuter the longer you look at him. It was stuffed deep behind one of the shelves. His name's Ponte, isn't it? Yeah. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Same. I can't remember where, but I definitely recall the name. I thought we didn't remember anything about ourselves, but I guess we do remember some stuff. Like this little guy here. Yeah, that makes me happy. We've got something in common, Benny Erie. Aside from being trapped here. Look at the way he winks at us. Little slut. I love him. Yeah. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. We just said that. Maybe I should take him back to my room so I don't get lonely at night. That's a great idea. Yeah. May I bring him with me the next time I come to your room? What do you mean next time? Sure. Now I kind of want one too. Wait, what do you mean next time? I sneak in bed with you all the time. You just don't know it. Slut. If you get lonely, just call for Ponte. I'll bring him straight to you. Karasuba takes Ponte's paws in his hands and makes him dance around. It really bothers me that I can't remember anything about myself. But sharing something we both remember is reassuring. Feels like we still have some kind of connection to the outside world. We move over to the sofa and I see Yamato rolling a soccer ball with his feet. What are you doing, Yamato? Finished looking around, so I dug up this ball. Now I'm just killing some time. He rolls the ball back and forth with his feet. I can tell from his movements that he knows how to play. Wow, you're good. Did you used to play soccer? Dunno. Just feels right to me. I could probably kick it real hard if we had a bigger space. Yamato usually looks annoyed with everything, but he seems to be having an honest good time with the soccer ball. The sofa next to him has some old sports magazines tossed next to it. Oh, so they got magazines like that here too. All of them are open to articles about soccer. It's clear Yamato was reading them earlier. He must really love soccer. He seems so happy now that he's got that ball to play with. This is adorable. Can I just tell you, they're doing something adorably, ridiculously cute. Like, frickin' Karasuba's like, look at this cute stuffed animal! Ah! And he's like all happy. He's kicking around a ball like, oh, soccer ball! It's like fucking adorable. You're like, look, you got, oh, my boys are all happy. Well, two of them anyway. What? Quit eyeballing me. Oh, sorry. You just look like you were really enjoying yourself. Just buzz off, would you? Okay. Sorry. He gave me a death stare, but it still seems like he's found something he likes to do. Why is he being such a bitch to me? I hope it'll end up being a clue to getting back his memories. Hikage sits in front of the table, deep in thought. What's the matter, Hikage? I was trying to gather up things we might need while we're here, and I was thinking about how and when they might be used. I look over at the sideboard and see a can opener, a rope, and some tools piled up inside a basket. It's like fucking turning into Clue up in here. Wow, Hikage, you found all of this? A can opener. I fucking hope there was one in the kitchen. Like, of course not. I've been gathering things that seem like they might be useful for our exploration the whole time we've been here. What are we gonna do? Open up the can of worms? Like, seriously, what the fuck are you gonna do with the can opener? Unless it's one of those ones that, like, just pops open like a little triangle in the can, because then you could just, like, scratch someone with it. Tink! Poke them. Ow! That hurt, man. You scratched me. All this time? Like, since we first got here? Wow, you're really serious about this, and a little weird. No, I think you're just a slacker. Ugh, I can't deny that, I guess. There's no harm in being prepared. I don't know when or how we'll be able to get out of here. You're right. You sound like you haven't even considered that we can end up being here long term, let alone that something unexpected might happen. I guess I've just been worrying about myself. Haven't gotten around to thinking that far ahead. Hey, you two! What you doing? Blowing away the heavy atmosphere, Karasuba comes bounding into the room, swinging Ponte around. He's so fucking adorable. Like, he's like a little slut, but I love him. I don't know. Karasuba, don't run around in the room. You're gonna kick the dust up. My bad. You two were really close while you were talking, so I just had to come check things out. I get real jealous when it comes to her, you know. Karasuba deposits Ponte between me and Hokage. I almost burst out laughing. You're always joking around, Karasuba. Isn't that right, Ponte? We both play around with Ponte as Hokage looks on with suspicion. What's with that creepy stuffed bear? He's Ponte! You never heard of him before? This creepy thing that can't decide whether it's a raccoon, dog, or a bear. A raccoon dog. What's a raccoon dog? Is that like a type of dog? Like, to me, I'm thinking it's a raccoon dog. Like a dog that looks like a raccoon. But like a raccoon, a dog, and a bear. Like, weird. Hokage frowns as he stares at Ponte. It seems he isn't familiar with it. What are you people doing? Oh, we're already done here. I can't do his voice anymore. Like, it's literally only been 4 episodes, but it hurts. Anyway. Yamato and Kaguya enter the room. Hey, I've seen that before. You've heard of Ponte, Yamato? Doesn't he use its tail as a weapon and stuff? Really? Is that what he does? Any ideas, Kaguya? I look over at Kaguya for affirmation, but he just eyes it curiously. I can't say that I remember it, but he sure is cute. What did you say his name was? Gonta? Gonta. Oh. No, Ponte. My apologies. I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Ponte. Kaguya pats Ponte's head as Karasuba clutches him to his chest. Some people don't really care about characters like this, so that's probably why not all of us remember where we saw it. I have no interest whatsoever in stuffed toys. If you were the type to collect stuffed animals and stare at them all day, I'd call you a creeper. Hey, don't be rude to Hokage, Karasuba. He continues to play with Ponte as if I hadn't said a word. He seems like a good person, but Karasuba sure says a lot of quasi-offensive things. He's intimidated by other people. That's why he's being a bitch. Now that we're done exploring, did any of you find any clues? I found some delicious tea and cookies. Hey, I found them! I found the tea and cookies. You just opened the... I'm like, I technically found the tea and cookies and Kaguya opened the fucking cans. So I really think I found the cans. I don't think you should take credit for that shit. Bitch. You know what? Yeah, it's not cool, man. Yeah, I found a bed buddy. You're a guy and you're gonna sleep with a stuffed toy? Ugh, you're such a creep. I'm not sure you should talk. Not with the way you're holding that soccer ball. We're not kids anymore, you know. Doesn't mean adults can't play soccer. Anyway, looks like none of us really found anything. That's unfortunate. Wait, what about you, Beniyuri? Did you find anything? Huh? Well, you could say I found a different side of all of you. All of them stare at me. Honestly, I really did think the greatest discovery of the day was all the new things I learned about everyone. I'd be like, I found the tin cans that had the tea and cookies in it that Kaguya opened and then claims he found, but I fucking found them. I thought you were the nice one. Anyway, I want to learn more about you guys. Likewise, I want to know every little thing about you, Beniyuri. As long as we're stuck living together, we'll need to learn more about one another. Yes, I hope we can take this opportunity to really get to know ourselves and each other. He says it with a gentle smile on his face. Do you get the feeling, though, like he's got this gentle, soft smile, like, oh, he's so sweet, and then you're like, are you really, or are you like a shady bastard? Like, I just don't know. Like, there's a part of me that's like, why do I feel suspicious about how gentle and sweet and nice you are? Like, when it's like the nice guy, you're like, you're shady. I don't know why. It's probably not at all, but there is just this little voice in me that's like, I wouldn't trust that. He's too nice. Like, nobody is that fucking nice. That's right. There's so much we still don't know. Not just about ourselves, but about each other. I definitely want my memories back, but on the other hand, finding out who I and the others really are, learning the truth might end up being kind of scary. Yeah, especially if you find out Kiki is like a psycho murderer or something. Or, you know what, maybe he's just hiding like he's really, really sad. But you know what I mean? Like, he's so nice and sweet and you're like, what are you hiding? I just feel like he's hiding something. Like, I mean, he doesn't remember anything, but it's like, are you just like a shady, evil bastard that's going to stab me? I don't think we'd go down his route first if he was the stabby one, because that would just ruin everything. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have to find out that he's the stabby one. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know what it is? It's the Saint Germain like effect, right? Where you're like, he's so nice and sweet. He's always laughing and jovial. And oh God, he's the one that tried to stab me. What the fuck? You know? But then he's also got the Victor kind of thing going. He's like a cross between the two of them, and Victor wasn't shady at all. So I don't know. I mean, he could just be hiding that he's a sad person. He's got droopy eyes. Remember, he's got sad eyes. So anyway. Sure. Hated thing. Interesting. We have no memories. I have no idea what I did in the past, nor what sort of life I led. At times, I feel as if the vague hint of these memories dances just out of reach in my mind, but they always vanish quickly. We didn't forget everything, though. We know how to use daily goods and what's happening in the world at large. We remember things we like and dislike. We often find ourselves discussing these remaining pieces of our memories. Hey, speaking of which, is there anything you're not good at with Hokage? Good with? Or good at Hokage? Karasuba quickly pivots the conversation to Hokage. No. Hokage's response is immediate. Are you sure? You're so confident about that. It's the truth. What do you want me to say? He'd be the glasses asshole if he had glasses. He really would. Hokage is always so even-keeled. I'm jealous. I panic really easily. Maybe instead of being jealous, you should just try to practice being calm. Maybe you're right. Don't talk to girls like that, Hokage. Seeing Benny Yuri panic is cute. I don't understand. Oh, that's what you're not good at, Hokage. Picking up chicks. We're gonna fall in love with you anyway because you're not good at picking up chicks, but you're not good at picking up chicks. I bet anything. Hey, move over. As we chat, Yamato passes through, fiddling with his cell phone. What are you up to, Yamato? Checking to see if there's reception anywhere. Are you wandering around like a bear looking for a place to hibernate? What a hardworking guy. Shut up and leave me alone. You're not gonna have any luck. I tried already. There's no reception anywhere around here. Seriously? Yamato turns to Hokage and droops his shoulders. You know, I was really hoping this thing would be more useful. It doesn't have any apps to kill time or any social media access. It looks modern, but it really doesn't do anything. Yeah, without reception you can't use the GPS or check the message log. All I could do was open the photo album. We all take out our cell phones and stare at them. And there's smartphones too. What a waste. Noticing that Hokage is being unusually silent, I look up at him. What's wrong, Hokage? Nothing. Huh? I'd at least like to install the messaging app, Lime. At least, install the messaging app, Lime. Then I can friend Benny Yuri, and we can send lovey-dovey stamps to each other. I think I'll pass on that until later when we go down your route. Oh, and I'd block Yamato right away. Yeah? I don't want to be friends with you either. I'd bet Hokage wouldn't use stamps that much. Stamps. It's funny, he's the red guy, but he's also purple because he's got purple hair and purple eyes. But he's the red dude. Guess they didn't want to give him red eyes. But then that makes me curious, what is Manchiro? Because, you know what I mean? They're all, seriously color-coded. Everything about Karasuba is yellow. Everything about Kikia is green. Everything about Yamato is pretty much blue. And then, but when you look at Hokage's thing, he is red and purple. I guess he does have some purple on it. But the weird thing is, why is one of his eyes red? Oh, interesting. And the thing. And the weird thing is, I'm surprised he's not the canon path, right? Because on the, game... Well, it's not really... Yeah, on the game cover, he's the most prominent one. He is, the only one on the game cover, actually, with us. So it's really interesting that he's not the canon path, and he's not the one... Well, I mean, I don't know, because there's a route order, and then there's, an actual, real ending or whatever. So I don't know, if that's, we're all just friends, you're not with anybody, or, this is the... You know what I mean? So I just find that weird. And then Monshiro doesn't have... He's mostly white. He's got some reds and purples, but he's like... There's a lot of white going on, except for his clothes are kind of like... Look like a gray or black kind of color. He's just... I'm just so intrigued by him. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Anyway. Hikage's route, according to this... Well, I'm just looking... It's supposed to be the... I don't know... I've seen, like I said, Yamato, Monshiro, and Hikage being any order in the middle, but since when we get to the point of needing a guide, we're going to use the guide. I just have it so that we know, like, I have it up for the getting started, so we know, like, what the how we're supposed to use the flowchart. Now we've got the flowchart, and it at least tells you, like, at certain points you have to unlock 4 things, you can do this, and, like, gives you suggestions about the little story things. So that's what I'm using it for, like, right now. Because we don't have any choices, really. And I guess there's not a ton of choices in the game anyway, but I'm sure some of those lead to bad endings, so we'll just find out as we go through the original, like, the common route. But, I don't know. This one suggests doing Hikage second, Yamato third, and then Monshiro. Which I want to do him second to last anyway, because I want to save him, because he's just so mysterious, and I just can't wait. But I kind of almost want to do Yamato before Hikage, but we're going to go with what the guide says, just so that we don't get totally confused, and when we get lost, or we need to figure out how to get an ending, we can use the guide, and we're not totally fucked up. So anyway. Mid-game ramble. Yeah, you know, lime stamps. Oh, right. His answer seems oddly ambiguous. Could it be? Have you never used lime before? Of course I have. I have instant messaged plenty of stamps on the lime countless times. That just sounds like, you know, dude, I don't... Is lime a real app? Like, I don't know if it is. Like, but, like, I swear there is something... but that is, like... I've used the Book of Faces multiple times with my friends? Is that what you call them? Like, this just sounds like such bullshit. You've obviously never used it. Hikage has a different phone from the rest of us. While ours are all smartphones, his is an older feature phone. Oh, that's right. You don't have a smartphone, so you couldn't have used Lime before. He's still got a motherfucking flip phone. I love it. He's like, isn't that thing a really old model too? What does it matter how old it is so long as it works? Oh my god, he's adorable. Oh my god, I love it. Hikage slips his phone back into his pocket. Suddenly, Karasuba punches his palm. Oh, I've got it! I know what Hikage's no good at. What? Cell phones. Seeing Hikage's eyebrow twitch slightly, Karasuba gives him a playful look. Maybe you don't even know what social media or apps even are. So you're like, bad with technology or something? That's unexpected. I didn't say anything. Oh, then you should have no problem using a smartphone, right? There's nothing to use on the smartphones. Like, we have no, like... Of course, no problem at all. Hikage, there's nothing wrong with not knowing how to use smartphones. You don't have to force yourself to... I'm not. Oh. I try to put a stop to this to save Hikage the embarrassment, but his reply forces me to back off. Well then, I'll lend you mine. Go ahead and type up a quick message. Karasuba practically throws his smartphone at Hikage. You can see the messaging screen by pressing the envelope icon with your finger. Hikage does as Karasuba tells him, awkwardly tapping the phone and bringing up the messaging screen. Yes. C-A-T. Oh my god, it's not 1996 anymore. Oh, it's not the early 2000s. Please. 1996, nobody had cell phones. I think late 90s when yeah. Like, they were bricks. And you didn't text. Texting wasn't like a thing. Like, and then when texting became a thing, you got the phones that like look like a normal, and then they like, slipped open, and then you had the QWERTY keyboard on the inside so that you didn't have to sit there and go A, B, C. Okay. A. R, S, T. 4 hours to type the word cat. Oh, but that's kind of the phone he has. He has the one that like I can type a text message. He's like, there's no buttons. He probably has a fucking flip phone. He doesn't know how to text at all. Like, that's adorable. Or worse, he's got a BlackBerry. This phone has no buttons. How do you type? Smartphones don't have buttons. Don't force yourself, pal. I'm not. He's so stubborn. What's going on in here? Kaguya enters the room and we all look over at him. Check it out, Kaguya. Hikage is playing with a smartphone for the first time. Huh? How surprising. He seems like the kind of guy who'd be real into tech and science, but he's never even held one before. Karasuba, I think that's probably enough. Karasuba seems overjoyed by the subject, but Kaguya replies only with a blank stare. Kaguya, what's wrong? Oh my god, are we all from different times? They're all from different times. Oh my god. He doesn't even know what a fucking smartphone. Oh my god. Are we all from different time periods? Kind of like in Bad Apple Wars? Oh my god, guys. I thought we were all on the bus together and we died together, but that's not the case. Or, because there were at least 2 people arguing probably over us, right? Maybe Kaguya and Hikage, maybe we're too You know how, like, in Bad Apple Wars, when we, like, went down, like, Shikishima's route and Higa's routes, and then, like, we ended up, they were reincarnated? Maybe there was an older version of us that was, that would be really weird. The time period would have to, I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there and seeing what sticks to the motherfucking wall. Like, I love it! Oh, we don't know what's going on. Because, like, right, if there were 2 people arguing on a bus, but, like, so what if we had been in a bus accident with Kaguya and Hikage, right? And they were arguing over us, and then we got in a bus accident and we died. And then we were reborn and we knew Yamato and fucking Karasuba. And that's the last time we just died. But, like, the same thing kept happening. It's kind of fucking weird. But he doesn't know what a smartphone is. But he has a phone, so he's obviously not like, the fuck is a phone? Like, you know what I mean? But I wonder if they're from an older time period. But it's weird, because Kaguya is saying he doesn't know what a smartphone is, but Hikage seems to know what a smartphone is. He's just like, he's not like, what the fuck is a smartphone? He's like, yeah, what, I don't know how to use this. But you know what I mean? Like, so it's like you've heard of it. Because, like, what if you were, like, in some place and somebody was, like, talking about their, like, fucking robot copters. I don't even know. I can't even think of a word. They're saying something and you're like, the fuck is that? I mean, I suppose it'd be like if you were saying a brand name. You know what I mean? Like, I'm lucky I know what my brand is. But you know what I mean? Like, the model number. People, like, know. Like, what are we up to iPhones? Like Q468 extra small and extra, like, whatever. There's a new one every fucking year and they're all the same. Doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? Like, you're like, there's so many different types of phone and models that, like, who fucking knows? You're like, you have like you have an Apple and you have an Android. That's it. You have an iPhone, you have an Android. That's fucking it. Like, you're like, what kind? You're like, oh, you have a Samsung. It must be one of the 50 versions that they have, right? You know what I mean? It's not like there's only one. So, like, you could say you have, like, a Samsung Galaxy, whatever number at this point they're up to. I don't even know. I used to have a Galaxy a while ago. Like, I had one of the older ones. But, you know what I mean? Like, so if someone said that, you'd be like, oh, right now to you, you'd be like, oh, it's probably, like, the model of phone. Like, whatever. But what if they were talking about it's a new type of phone? Like, it's not a model. Like, he's saying smartphone. So Hokage's thinking, like, whatever, it's a type of phone. Like, it's like a Samsung phone or like an iPhone or like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, not realizing. It's just what I'm that's just my explanation of why he's like, what the fuck is a smartphone? But you know what I mean? And then someone hands it to you and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Are you from the future? Because that person is from the future. You know what I mean? What if someone from the future showed up and was like talking about their phone and they said something weird and you're like, most people would be like, wait, back it up. What's a smartphone? You'd be like I guess it's a brand, like whatever, or like, you know, a model. Until they hand it to you and you're like, so like imagine back in the day, none of you were around then, or maybe you were, with like flip phones before smartphones existed, and someone from the future handed you a smartphone. It's like, said the word smartphone, you'd be like, is that like a new type of, you're like, maybe I'm just not up to the latest technology. I don't know. And then they hand it to you and you'd be like, the fuck is this magic? What do you mean I can access what is the interwebs? You know, because the internet. Someone handed you a smartphone. This is like everything that you can do on your computer and the telephone that's plugged into your wall. You know those cord things? You don't have to use those anymore. Cordless phones. Bring a smartphone back to the 80s is all I'm saying, right? Like, oh god, that's scary. Like, I mean, they had cell phones back in the day, but they were like giant, chunky. Like, look at my giant cell phone. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, this shit would be like magic. So I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there of what. But so like, or Kaguya's like an older person, but he knows what phones are because he has one. Doesn't he? Well, yes, because he read the message that was on his phone. So he obviously knows what phones are, but it's just like, he's like from like the 80s. You're like, smartphone, and you're like, what? Like, I'm lucky I don't even know what this cube thing is in my pocket. So what kind of phone does he have? Interesting. Anyway, well, what exactly is a smartphone? What? Everyone freezes. Is he joking with us, though? If he's joking with us and I just went through this whole fucking theory, I'm going to be summoned. You don't know what a smartphone is, Kaguya. No. Looks like Akage's got some competition. But there are lots of people like Akage who aren't good with smartphones. Not being good with something and not knowing what it is are two very different things, Benny. I told you, I'm not bad with these. Just admit it already, man. Kaguya thinks for a few moments and looks up. Is a smartphone some kind of vital clue as to how to escape the manor? Oh, I love him even more now because he's so derpy. You're like, oh, you don't know what a phone is. You're so cute. Aw. Cute old timer. That's why he seems older. You seem older because you, like, died centuries before the rest of us. But he has a phone in his pocket. He knows what it is. So this is a smartphone. As I struggle to figure out how to explain, Hokage just holds the phone out to Kaguya. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, I see. Smartphone refers to your cell phones. I thought it looked a little bit different. Kaguya looks curiously at the phone he received from Hokage. It doesn't have any buttons. Yeah, see, the two of them are so from the same time period. Like, they're so, like, 80s. Like, smartphones don't have buttons. You can press here to make a message. Hokage touches the icon he learned about moments ago and brings up the messaging screen. Wow, you're right! The screen is so pretty, too. This looks kind of cool. Indeed, it does. What are you getting all cocky about? Oh, also, that's my smartphone. Pettiuri, would you teach me how to use this? Oh, sure. First Our impromptu smartphone lesson continues for some time. I'd always assumed Takagi and Kaguya knew how to do everything, but it turns out that there are things they're not good at. But could you stop and ask yourself, not just that they don't, because like some people are good with technology, you know what I mean? Like, okay, hold on, wait, I don't know how to. Every time I get a new phone, I'm like, it's like I gotta fucking relearn, like I gotta reinvent the wheel here. Like, how the fuck do I do? My phone did an update, and I'm like, I don't know how to use this anymore. Like, because it changes settings, and you're like, fuck, well, I don't know. It took me fucking forever to get my keyboard back when my phone deleted my keyboard. And I was like, I don't know how to get the keyboard I like back. Because I forgot how I did it in the first place. I forgot that I went and downloaded a keyboard, like, from the Play Store. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But it's like, ah! So it was like, I hate my phone. It was like, technology is bad. But, like, the fact that, so it's not even the, like, okay, some people are just like, oh, I don't know how to use certain apps, you know, and you figure it out as you go. Like when my sister downloaded fucking Snapchat for the first time, I'm like, I don't know, I've never used Snapchat. I don't know, I'm too fucking old. Like, I don't know. And we were trying to and we figured it out. And then that was the funniest fucking thing ever, playing with the Snapchat filters. My God, we were dying laughing. But nothing is more fun than figuring out Snapchat and playing with the filters for the first time. After, like, the filters are fun. They're fun, right? But it's never as fun as the first time when you're like, ah, because everything's hilarious when you're playing with them. And then now it's just like, haha, look, these filters are fun. And you giggle a little, but you don't die laughing, tears streaming down your face. Anyway. So you could just be bad, like, oh, I don't know how to use a smartphone. But they don't know what one is. So shouldn't we be concerned with not that, well, they're not good with technology. It's you don't even know what this is. Dude. Clued in that they are from a different time period. They died before you. Anyway. Knowing that somehow makes them feel that much more personable. Of course, Hokage would be annoyed if he heard me say that. This is intriguing. Interesting. Okay, so we'll do one more. We're going to do this one. Hokage's handgun instruction. Okay. But why is there an extra person here? We'll do one more, and then we'll finish and go into the next chapter when we come back in the next part. So we'll do this. But anyway. Okay, we're all here. I'm really gonna yawn. Fake yawning always makes me really yawn. What's up, Hokage? It's so late. I'm sleepy. I want to do some weapons training with our guns. Now? We can't do this tomorrow. And where's Betty Erie? Why isn't she here? She's already made her gun appear. That's why I'll be teaching you three, since I've noticed you can't yet. But there's 5 of... Wait. This is weird. You know what I mean? Because usually there's 4, and it's the 4 guys, not including you. Unless we're the butterfly. But we're always in the scene, so we don't count. So who's the 5th person in this? Interesting. Because we're not even here, so... Anyway. Betty Erie seemed quite tired today. We should let her rest. Hey, hold up! You're not planning on trying to have private lessons with her, are you? I am. I may have to train with her alone. Sometimes I can't tell if you're joking. I do agree that some training is necessary. We've only managed to materialize our guns by chance. Oh, because Usagi's here? Okay, so. Your weapon is the power of thought. In other words, you can create one if you think really hard. If you use that power, it should be enough to fight them. Because we had a flashback of her, so that counts, I guess? I don't know. If Usagi is correct, being able to freely make the use of our weapons will be key in escaping from this place. Now, I'll show you how it's done. Watch closely. We made our gun appear, but then we couldn't do it, so we should have actually been here. But Hokage extends his hands and mimics the motions of pointing a gun at the door. His left hand begins to shine brightly. And then a silver gun appears, engulfed in a mysterious light. Wow, just like that? That didn't take long at all. It's easy once you get a feel for it. Try it out. Try what out? It ain't that simple for me. First, imagine the shape of it. Then the color. The weight, its texture. Next, picture yourself gripping the gun. Huh? I can't do that. Yeah, I've never held a gun before anyway. Just imagine what it's like then. What kind of gun do you want, Karasuba? Something cool looking? That's pretty vague, but whatever. Just wish for it. Wish that you had that gun in your hand. Karasuba closes his eyes and tries to imagine a gun. Unable to picture it clearly, he's unable to make one appear. I can't do it, Hokage. I thought so. It's not enough just to imagine the shape. What? If you knew that, why'd you let me do it? You're an awful person. Now, Karasuba, I'm sure he had a reason for making you do so. Hikage continues speaking as Kaguya attempts to mediate. What do you desire? What do you want to protect? If you know those, you should be able to do this. The gun is nothing but a symbol, a manifestation of the thoughts in your mind. That's how it felt for me. Hikage's words are full of conviction, and Karasuba's expression tightens upon hearing them. A manifestation of my thoughts, huh? What do I want to protect? What do I desire? Karasuba closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. He imagines his desires. He tries to visualize the thing he hopes to protect. Gathering his scattered thoughts, he concentrates them in his right hand, and then a blinding light bursts from his hands and a silver gun appears in his grasp. Wow! It really worked! He stares at the gun. It looks heavy and gives off a cold light. You did it, Karasuba! Yeah! That was easier than I thought! How about you give it a shot, Kaguya? Sure. Kaguya takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. The sound in the room dulls as if it's been submerged in water. What I desire, what I want to protect. The one I desire. As hard as he can, Kaguya wishes. He concentrates his consciousness into his right hand. The air around him seems to shake, and then... Oh, I only got a stick! I did it! You sure did! And now how about you, Yamato? Yamato's face is solemn as he gazes down on his empty left hand. I was just wondering, because they kept saying right hand, right hand. I'm like, I wonder if any of them are going to be lefties. Like, because they put that detail in, like, right hand, not just in his hand. They specifically made right hand, left hand. Like, you know what I mean? It's like an added level of detail that you didn't need to put in there. You just say in his hand. But you made the detail of right hand, and then I was just thinking in my head, like, or are they all right-handed? And Yamato's a lefty. There you go. Like, there's got to be one in the bunch, right? I'm guessing that's... Oh, that's Karasuba. I'm guessing that's a no. Shut up. I'm trying to concentrate. Having trouble using your imagination? Must be hard for a meathead like you. I told you to shut it. Can't focus with all this noise. Karasuba starts to say something else, but Hikage puts a hand over his mouth. This isn't a game, Karasuba. Pipe down. Come on. Like it even matters whether I'm being quiet or not. I'll get it this time. Yamato clicks his tongue and stands as though he's aiming a gun once again. But whether due to annoyance or being distracted, no gun appears. Don't imagine everything at once. Think of things one by one. What color is it? How heavy does it feel? It's silver, and it feels... Over and over, Yamato envisions the gun in his mind. Weight, texture, color, shape. Slowly, an image begins to take form. Yamato, you're shining. Hell yeah. Come on. His eyes glitter with anticipation as he struggles to draw the gun into reality. But after a beat, the light fades from his hands. Damn it. One more time. Just like before, he imagines the gun piece by piece. Try as he might, though, the results are the same. Aww. The contours of the gun begin to take shape in his mind, and it almost appears. But then the light turns to a haze and vanishes. He's even able to imagine the resistance of the trigger in his finger, but the gun itself refuses to appear. What the heck? Can't do it. Maybe you suck. Maybe you want your ass beat. Kaguya grabs Yamato and holds him back before he can leap over and attack Karasuba. Calm down, Yamato, and stop taunting him, Karasuba. I'm just telling it like it is, that's all. You still want some of this? I love them. I love their bromance. They hate each other, but I love it. I call that their bromance. That's their bromance. You get a point on the board for that. This is the bromance. Be quiet, both of you. You're getting really close, Yamato. You just need one final push. Yeah, but I don't have a clue what to do next. I see. We don't have any other options then. Hikage walks behind Yamato. He then places his right hand over Yamato's own. Aw, oh my god. I wanted a CG of this. I really wanted a CG, guys. They're only going to give us CGs if it's us, but I just really wanted this one. Like, just so I could fawn a little. The hell? Don't touch me, man. This should help you better imagine the weight. Oh boy! There's an image I could do without. I might vomit. You shouldn't talk like that, Karasuba. Oh, I clicked it and didn't click. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. If you can't materialize a weapon, it's going to make it that much harder to gather shards. Believe me, I'd rather be anywhere else. Same here, pal. Just focus on getting the gun to appear. Remember the time you were attacked by that monster? The fear, the confusion, the grief. What did you want to protect in that moment? It doesn't have to be perfectly clear. Find what's in your heart. In my heart? Yes, there has to be something there. Yamato repeats Hikage's words to himself. I want to get out of here. I need to go back. Hold on to those thoughts. Got it. Once more, then. Yamato's voice is hurting me. I can't do it. Yamato closes his eyes. He clenches his hand tightly and embraces his desire as he imagines the gun. The silver gun begins to take shape in his imagination. Sensing it, Hikage begins to push down on Yamato's hand. Now. Come on! Yamato opens his eyes and holds out his hand and... Nothing! Wouldn't it be funny if it was nothing? Fucking A! Whoa! Amazing! You've done it, Yamato. Did I really do it? Gripped in his hands is a silver gun. Huh. I knew you could do it. You're a real handful, you know that? Hikage releases Yamato's hand at last. You could have just stopped doing that. I didn't need your help. You might consider learning the word thank you. The words. Well. There is only one word in Japanese for thank. Well, I mean, there's multiple words, but like, it's not thank you. It's not two words. It's one word. So, the word. Yeah. Despite trading barbs, both of their faces are filled with joy. The person who translated it, though, should have put words. Thank you. Or the saying, you know what I mean? Like, but we get it. I know. Now all of us can materialize a gun. Except for me, because I suck and I couldn't do it again. And even if the monsters come at us, we'll fill them full of lead. It's not going to be that easy. We're only able to do it because we took a ton of time to prepare. Worried about what's going to happen to you, Mr. Deadlast? Shut up. Guys like you always screw up when it matters most. Yamato might be right, though. We were only able to manage the gun because we were able to concentrate in an isolated space. I'll have to keep practicing. It's getting late now, though. Stay if you want. If you want to go to bed, I won't stop you. Hikage looks around the room. Not one of them turns to leave. The others look at Hikage, tense expressions on their faces. Everyone's staying, I assume. Hey, I'm not going to end up getting eaten and coming out the wrong end of one of those monsters. I want to try again so I don't forget what it feels like. Agreed. There's no harm in being prepared. That's true. Hikage smiles and nods. His little smirk is kind of adorable. Hey, Hikage. What? You're an awful person. Why did he say what? You're an awful person. That's so weird and random. Anyway, what are you thinking about when you fought the monsters? Why would you think of a gun anyway? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with my lost memories. Because we imagined a gun and we told you. That's why. Stop taking credit for me. I found tea and cookies. No, bitch, I found them. You just opened the cans. I don't know why I thought of a gun. Because I thought of a gun, made it materialize, and told you what I did, and then you did it. Stop. Stop taking credit for my shit, boys. I'm a bitch slap all of you. Huh? All right. Yamato clenches his fists and asks no further questions. Well, whatever. We need to practice now. Right. Once more from the top. I want to be able to help bring out my gun quickly. Once I get the hang of it, I'll go and teach Benny. Good. I assume you all understand the theory behind the method now, then. The three of them nod and take aiming stances in unison. There we go. And that's perfectly around time. So, before getting into another thing, I think that's all we had to do to unlock the next chapter. Yeah, so we can unlock the next chapter. So that's what we'll do. I just want to see something, though. Yeah, okay, because Usagi showed up in a little thing, so that I guess it just shows you all the characters that show up. But and eventually we are gonna have to, yeah. I really wish that Kaguya had one of those, but he only has these two. You know. Anyway, wow, yeah, we're not even gonna. Wait a minute. We're gonna have to get some more butterfly points. We're gonna have to go play that game again. I might go back and play that a couple times and then like come back into the route like before the part, just so we get more points so we can unlock more episodes. But I suppose we could always. I don't know. Let's see something. I think I just want to see. It says something about. Okay, yeah. Okay, so before we continue to somewhere in chapter 4, we're gonna have to watch a few more short episodes. So maybe what we can start doing is like, because it doesn't really. It's the thing is it doesn't tell you what like you don't know where you are. You know what I mean? So it would be nice to be able to pop out and do like a short episode here and there, like sparsely, so we don't have to just sit there and watch a ton of. I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I was trying to think if there was a way to like be able to come out and watch another short episode, or maybe what we'll do in the beginning of the next part, watch a short episode, then continue, just to kind of get some more of them. I don't know. Because we're gonna eventually have to watch a couple more, so we might as well try to sparse them in there, so that it's not like this where it's like we just had to watch like 5 of them. And we just like spent an entire part watching them, and now it's like I don't even remember what the fuck was going on. But we'll see. We'll see how bad it is when we play the next part. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.